say the amount for bebre na ekyerese promises a NDC amanyuko no emeki ye 2024 no amount for bi kyire mu a na ye nsem ahodo a NDC amanyuko no eka de adada oman Ghana youth ene Ghana fo nyina ma omo akwakoto abama omo because enioma na NPP amanyuko ni ye as at that time na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Johnson esi edu nketiamo muntakamo eye keso atufo mo lawyer Sammy Gyamfi mu Honorable Sam George mu enioma na omo condemn in opposition no enedie amanfo bi kyire mu a saa enioma no na NDC amanyuko ni nso asomu a omo ye ne kese a enya asem ketua eye 2024 se ebeka ya enioma bebre na NDC amanyuko no ekasati aye eye family and friends private jet ehun sensem any source na NPP amanyuko no omo kyerese omo de contract ni bebre no ema ewo saa kwan no so NDC amanyuko no ekasati aye ema Excellency John Dramani Mahama kyerese enya de a ono de oba anase Ghana fo eto abama na obeye saa neoma ni mu bia ebi mu mpo kyerese omo de omo opposition eto on the line say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ba na oye saa neoma dia ene ne position bi omo be hold bia no omo be resign with immediate effect na enya asenketo na NDC amanyuko iba ide it is as if say saa neoma no omo complaining about no omo kyerese omo ba enya ade omo be ye saa neoma ni mu bia no enei na amanfo bebre kyerese omumpo na agi asomu a NPP de na omo ye 2024 2023 de na nompo eye ni na nompo eye nketoa ne de NDC amanyuko ni de omo ye de eye adutwam eye abribra koko pa na omo ya enya asenketo esanse eye big push contractor His Excellency John Dramani Mahama share hombo ewo 2024 no chese sa big push na ebeboa ama akwan ahodo a ni nyina no enya ewo man mu ha de sa big push policy eba be fix sa akwan ni nyina ama Ghana fo eho atomo enti kilometers of road a big push project no ebeboa na fix no omo de ho asem nyina no ebeto ho na enei ena eye omo nsam omo ka na opposition no sa big push contract I expose ni nyina ewo ho a because 2024 no mo kyerese sa sourcing contract eboa ma government of the day eye so many corruption deals ewia oman Ghana sika edugu omo botom nti omo de omo ba enya de a omo befa sa kwan no so kra na so enei amanfo bi kyire mu a sa big push contract ya ye de mema memai omo kyire mu a emu 97% ni nyina no eye source na enya asenketo na no ena Omanhene kwabna asante ni obi omuye machi omuse wim omo chese we die omunti bi da yembomrem na yenkotie mu asem nyina
dollar oil electricity and this and
now we've gotten say obi ehun across the divide say because when I read some of the defense eba on sole source and I'm like it's a bit strange. But of course it is not illegal to
that's the point source. So that's why I make as a Ghana
once you satisfy the conditions under which our sole source it is not illegal.
No na make us obi no bribia than the maya homa
yes
sa homa na edi maya no yebe hu ano na yakwa ma na tra homa nti ya maya 1 inch say emra na hihye mu no sole source na wo ho akwanya no ube hu no na fe na fi bibia ye bia no so
because okay fourth estate investigation omomu ko to say 93% of contracts under big push in about through sole source.
Well, eno na make us obi enyoma mienu if indeed they can explain that agency they can explain that processes no edi adanse say Bechemu and Crank Quanta Quana de Adahwa many pay who pre-pra. There was absolutely no need one contract away and also that there's one we just decided to say, Master, it's too urgent. Let's save lives rather than thinking of the processes. Well, there are so many
in lawyer Sammy Gyamfi response. Or draw the extension between contractor who take it over from MPP for. I know the same contractors that that's what but he claims say in the fourth estate report Omo sa kwan ni nyina e ka ho no munya 93% figure no.
Okay, me I don't even I don't even
he thinks they should take out those contracts and MPP for na dia ma omo no e to aso e na omo nso omo dia omo mama
bottom line is that there's a principle.
Yes,
that principle is that abaya also say no Emma Ghana for nya gidie ni ahotoso se sa akwanya na aya na nipa fa edidi djuma putupru edema aban no emu dodo na no emu orem eya ye kwati kwan a aban ni mu mpanyfo na yonkofo no efa ede nya wono ho enye papa ana nya adwuma eni kwan se eba ne sa obi ani ho si so kwan. We are talking about the abuse and the principle out of it.
Yes.
Because I'm Rama who kind and I says I be mu ye. Obi and would have been ready because there be kasi ye kosa emwa. Ye ni kana nyamias. Because we don't come to but say me kasi en twice is here.
That can really no feel. Now what I will say finally on this and it's the impression created over the years.
The impression.
Say sole source. Once you see say a contract is sole source contract, meaning say a corrupt.
You don't jump into conclusions like that.
It was bad.
Yes.
It didn't help us.
Yes.
In the way they one big lesson was here in Ephraim. Number two, and it's in as much as we all agree, say sole source contracts are not necessarily corrupt contracts. No? We should also know, say there are always better forms of doing things. In sole sourcing, restrictive tendering, and open tendering. No, obianim say open tendering no amount some safeguards.
Yep.
Because and it isn't a bimu which say a sole sourcing. How can anybody prove? Say, and I say, has anybody proved say the contract was over bloated? And it's not more because sole sourcing. When you do sole sourcing. There is nothing to compare to. It is a open tender and amount for the other bits about. Then you can say, okay, where the doors, where the esa in the yanko way. Now, so the command the end of sona. There is something to measure it upward. Said that be not the end of the esa. What then the young farmer the end of the esa. When it's sole sourcing, you don't have the benefit of that. It only alternatives, and that's why sole sourcing is always a bit problematic, and it encourages you use it as an exception and not the norm. And we've gotten to a place we all agree. So we've created a certain perception around sole source and a negative. Say once contract is sole source, the corruption, it is not good. We've come to realize, say, under certain circumstances, we can use sole source. I mean, you can argue, say, about road contract now. Agency, then somebody we have how we need to really
how it unfolds, because a strange say adopted a non-competitive process throughout percentage the crowd 50.
Yes. That's a bit problematic.
Problematic. And allow me urge NDC people especially, Mr. Lemo, and some of the ministers, when issues of this sort are raised, Pacho, I don't know why politicians who wants to put up a defense, especially when you have power.
Yes.
I don't know why they keep doing that. I don't know. They will be clearly. I want to urge them. The NDC has power now.
Yeah.
And you might be brave on my mother manuaka. Nobody will come after you or fight you. You need to change.
Yeah, because I mean,
you need to change.
I know, sir.
You need to
some
change.
of them will listen to what they said in opposition.
Yes, yeah.
And that's
you need to change it. So, and what being a power? And then because saying the principles by Juma, and there's absolutely nothing wrong. Obi, me jina hona na o ye kusi say no. Na me jina bon take cancer market say Dominic. And then me buy am vetina wakunyo mu no. Na say, hey,
Jana
Obi tie say nya Juma keto no ye no. Eti ese say o ma Dominic mu say onyame anim ne kuri no. Domi that will be why Juma but say enough from sir. Then from that point, you can also build on.
Absolutely.
The pain of the MPP, I guess, is that you don't come pointing that accusing finger at us. That we've been corrupted to an extent that I feel the legitimate process is opening up bids and tenders for people to pay. They're cutting in a non-competitive, a very sole source.
Yes.
Just giving it to friends and family. But that is not the case. And now raise a critical point say same post say koswa and say any sole source in a corrupt contract.
But that's the impression that was created.
And once we are moving forward, no media they be Adameka. How can I say we should hold them by what they've said? These politicians with what they have said in this country, we can put in reminders. Ebinum arrogantly will forget themselves and put up a defense that you can be wow, why are you defending this? Nina a bottle funny in a shell be a dear back what the other mechanics or mine. Ya in Shas, yes, ya say, and no maybe a NSM for type a train through. Tituni Ketashe. We now for 20 years. Now conditions of service no is still not defined. You think that you are a real guy in this country? No. But we are pretending. Oh, how to see a DC for a comma some more free to Koya, into your Mokano. So you DC 40 so. You think that they haven't taken a cue from this? Because we are there a better or musican ebekem. So you see a teacher near there. Yeah, can say 14 months, 13 months, 9 months into the car, but the expectations the teacher for and come that's the point. Yeah, can say another for the same soup. The same soup. If your mind and Casa de Biadameka, you're ready, say, and you may be a bad boy, I'm yet imagine a brand. Now, if I'm 18 in paying them, say, obey Juma over 10, 15 years, your conditions of service, no, you have no idea which conditions of service, Odi Juma. And here for pa no be we adwuma where this 60 years no kofi near try to 200 Ghana cedi now I catch and say men follow me unya Ghana bugana kom because yen no cry di no krema Ghana no be idea be do no yabrabo no we don't encourage you to follow same. It is here biana. I want to tell politicians, I want to tell the Ghanaian say mo koye mo ho unnecessarily partisan na ma me yan hye ne omani ya ene esi tu ntino Bibia Ebeke Biano, you put up a defense. Ebeke Bia, you put up a defense. Oh, and crying in Kosuko Majan, oh, now Canada, no, I cannot from good. Oh, hospital, no, bed, you only put it up for Momusia, and send it for, and I said, I fake one yet. I was on the Bibia Beka. Oh, Debbie, send a quab on Moka, send Obiaba Shamochi, and I will say, no, for how long? For how long? And if we don't get ourselves out of that situation and mood and that mindset, me fear you know say again ya obs ya kuketa ashe pro no I've stated to you
me pacho ma me must have voice we
okay
na yentoa so and I think one thing I was say the political class and say why we are concerned about in somewhere you can in opposition na ye ba power ye yet something different the credibility of our politics. Because it will get to a point that when a politician mounts the platform, now okay bibia, a man for a fan trada, it is not good for our politics and its credibility. And that's why some of these things matter. And for me, if I were to be the president of the Republic, in my next cabinet meeting, I'll tell the road minister, say, listen, we sold a certain narrative to the Ghanaian people around contract BC. We cannot have a situation more than half of all road contract a sole sourcing, even though it is not illegal. But there are always better ways of doing things. And let's adopt the better ways of doing things. That would be my advice to my road minister. Again, for the credibility of our politics. Because I said the defense and this time, at the end agent, it really doesn't make sense. Because every other politician will create agency. So I'm so creating agency. Obetimia creating. Let's watch it. But voice way,
all right, okay.
Voice way.
Inti the year promise in our manifesto, the Reset Ghana manifesto, yeba amended the Public Procurement Act. Single source yeba chaso because it's been abused.
Sammy, you on record?
Oh yes, yeba chaso. The only window will be emergencies. That's all. All the other limitations, no, we are going to end it. It's here because the abuse we can't take it any longer.
Asempa FM.
Clearly the promise, and then someone look at Black was speaking in opposition, say Omuba be single source contract. So na Omajai just emergency. No credit was superfluous because a idea will act name that say circumstance that obey the ama sole source and the one emergency account, two technical competence like BB one company penny bet me aye. Bet me the amano. Beba rota. Do we have that?
That's what I'm saying.
Agency and all of that.
Well, especially our foreign minister there. So Wakasa Bruso. I don't know why he still doesn't see the need to apologize to Ghanaians. So that is Wakasa Pao. If you're the Kasa Yakasa Kwasa SSNipa, I think he should be the first casualty. Because Wakasa, and he's not showing us say Adia Makani Nana me betina Kunyano Shono, me hunyoma differently in Timpamcho Ebia. But if you talk like this,
yes.
Now oh yeah, untuba say you this yes. Obachrimu. So Kasa say we are. Nasa o tu sana mona. O ubachrimu ana. He talked about in Sase Onsema and they MPP for Fuma toning in Eddie, young Tom Abasa, be a beam. What has happened today?
Sir, a buy suspended.
What has happened today? It has of course.
But I'm the new
please, John Newman has been there time immemorial. What do you mean Kofa Bansem? Now, since time immemorial, he for the value government and no mom. It's the same, you know.
Say our land valuation.
Yeah, of course, the same, you know. Said you also Kasa, Brana only to me, no. I now say a bansa, say one sem crowd. I know be there some saying you know you school bako, you crow bakum, you bushna bako, you sorry bako, a man for dinkomo. You can't, and now ye. A bansa, say one comedy. But he talked even about the president's jet, pristine condition. He still doesn't see the need to show remorse. Because in Nipa, now here to Damino. Now see him too. What about Tinas no who say Kwakwanudia Gombe Tiwati or Matu ministry in that actually? What do you do? I'm sorry. Things are different. Things are different, but to put up a defense, that's why I'm appealing to members of the NDC. Don't appeal, don't put up a defense. If you put up a defense, in essence, what you are telling all of us is that but that cannot be the case.
But on him said the roads minister echo parliament because earlier na minority members on the road committee na a press conference. In the road minister called parliament no story no government dismisses sole sourcing claims, defends big push as lawful and transparent. The Minister for Roads and Highways, Honorable Kwame Govins Agboja, has firmly rejected claims that the government's flagship Big Push infrastructure program is driven by sole sourcing, describing such assertions as, quote, mischievous and inconsistent with the facts presented to Parliament. Delivering an update to the House on Tuesday, the minister stated